Hello and welcome to the next lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn one of the most powerful attacking ideas. And if you look at the previous videos, then you have already seen this idea many times. And the idea is rook left. Queen is the most powerful attacker, and after queen, rook is the most powerful attacker. So in this lesson, we are going to learn how we can bring our rook into the attack so that our attack becomes more powerful. In this position, we are white. White's knight is developed, bishop is developed, dark square bishop is also open, and white's queen is also active. D1 rook is doing an important job of guarding the d4 pawn. The only piece that is not active is the a1 rook. And white has a very nice way of bringing this rook into the game, and it is known as rook lift. You lift your rook to the third rank or sometimes to the fourth rank, and from the a3 square, rook can swing to the g3 or to the h3 to attack toward the g7 and the h7 square. Black played queen e7 and white here played knight g4. White wants to get rid of this bishop. Black played bishop d7. Black is simply continuing with his development. White played knight cross f6, queen cross f6. And now white played rook to g3. White is targeting this g7 square. Now we want to use our bishop to put more pressure on the g7 square. And white is also offering this pawn for free. So black played bishop cross a4. Black took the pawn. And now we play pawn to b3. First we are protecting this rook, and second we are getting ready to develop our bishop on this long diagonal to put more pressure on the g7 pawn. Black played bishop to c6. From b2, this bishop will coordinate with the rook and both of them attack on the g7 square. But right now the problem is our own pawn is standing on the d4. So before we put the bishop on the long diagonal, we get rid of this pawn and we sacrifice another pawn. And it does not matter how black takes it. We are going to reply in the same way. Black plays knight cross d5 and we play bishop to b2. Now look, this rook and this bishop are coordinating on the g7 square. And black is going to lose material. Black played queen h6. And white played bishop cross g7. Finally, the attack is successful. Queen cross g7, rook cross g7, king cross g7. And even here, black's king is very exposed. We can try to attack it. We can play queen e5 check. If black plays a move like pawn to f6, then we can play queen cross e6. And we are attacking this knight. We are also threatening queen to g4 check. And we can play rook d3 and bring the rook into the attack. If black plays king to g8, then we play rook d4, another rook lift. Our threat is to play rook g4 and checkmate the king. Black can try to play a move like f5, then we can play queen cross e6 check, and we can also take this knight. So white is completely winning. Bringing your rook into the attack is a sure shot way to make your attack more powerful. Let's look at this dangerous idea of rook lift in one more example. In this position, we are white and we have just come out of the opening. Here, white played bishop to g5, developing a bishop. Black played queen a5. Black is targeting our c3 pawn and black got out of this pin. White played knight e2, defending the pawn. And black played c cross d4. We cannot recapture this pawn because of this pin. And black is also attacking our e5 pawn. So white plays f4, protecting the pawn. Black plays king h8. It's a good move because white was threatening to play bishop to f6. So black decided to get out of this g file. And now we play short castling. Black plays d cross c3. Black captured two of our pawns, but in return we have local superiority on the king side. We have queen, bishop, bishop. We can easily bring the knight also toward this king. And now white used the powerful rook lift. White played rook f3. White wants to swing his rook to h3, point it toward the opponent's king, and the attack will become very dangerous. Black plays knight f5 and white plays rook h3. Now the intensity of the local superiority has increased. Now not only the queen, bishop, we also have the rook into the attack. And black is already in trouble. Black tried to bring his pieces into the defense. Black played queen c5 check, king h7. Black played knight e7. Black is trying to bring his pieces into the defense. And now, thanks to the power of local superiority, white can play a killer blow. We have seen this kind of killer blows before. White plays bishop to f6. White is threatening on g7. If black plays a move like rook g8, protecting it, then we play rook cross h7 check. Killer blow on the h7 square. After king cross h7, we play queen h5 checkmate. This knight cannot come to the defense because our bishop is pinning it. So it's a checkmate. That's why here black simply took our bishop. We play e cross f6 and the black's king is exposed. There are threats of queen g7 check. There are threats of queen h5 to h7 checkmate. Black played rook g8. And now it is time to deliver another killer blow and finish the opponent's king. Pause the video and try to find it. In the game, white played rook cross h7 check, destroying the pawn cover of the opponent's king. Black has only one move, king cross h7, and now you play queen h5 checkmate. King cannot go to g7, knight cannot come to h6 because of this bishop, so it's a checkmate. When you are trying to prepare the attack, make sure that you include at least one rook into the attack. If you include at least one rook into the attack, your attack will become more dangerous. That's it for this lesson. Now let's go to the next one.